Hey everyone, welcome to part 31 of my no armor, no ranged weapons, no deaths and fist only playthrough of Demon Souls. In this video I'm making my way through the King's Tower towards Old King Allant, the second last boss in the game. No secrets or special things to do here, just a bunch of enemies to kill as I make my way through. And let me just say how cool this dead dragon is. I didn't even realise it was a dead dragon at first, but yep, these guys are all standing on a dead dragon with flies buzzing all over its carcass. Alright, I wasn't really sure how to deal with these three guys, so my only plan was to try to lure them out one at a time. We've got Metis, the Knight of the Lance, Alfred, the Knight of the Tower, and Longbow Ulan. Now, when I was doing this run, I didn't know their names. I've just looked that up after the fact, but this one is Metis, the Knight of the Lance, and he drops the Penetrator Sword when you kill him. So Metis wasn't too much of a problem at all, but I knew the other two would probably be a little more difficult. First of all, they were standing closer to each other, and one of them, Ulan, has a bow, so I knew that she'd be shooting at me, and given that she was a Black Phantom, I knew her arrows would do much more damage to me than a standard archer. The other guy, Alfred, he's got a tower shield, and I knew it'd be pretty difficult to hurt him without being able to get behind him, so I had to somehow lure him out while simultaneously dodging Ulan's ranged attacks. If I could get the shield guy to the back of the map, then I would have a greater chance of being able to fight him and defeat him without any extra pressure. At least that was the only plan I could think of. Unfortunately, straight away, Ulan backed off with her bow, and Alfred started stalking me with his shield. So it went exactly as I had planned. And then he did that, and I realized, oh, Jesus, he hits as hard as the Penetrator boss. He almost completely milked all of my health. So yeah, getting behind him wasn't easy, and he hit like a Mack truck. So now this suddenly became a real fight. And I'm getting dizzy, and I'm thinking, oh my god, do something. I'm getting too dizzy to keep doing this. And that fight was way harder than I had expected it to be. Although I had anticipated this whole area to be pretty difficult. There's a lot of tough enemies here, and I knew the last leg of the journey towards the final bosses was going to be more difficult. But yeah, I just didn't think that the tower shield guy was going to be so hard to get behind, nor hit as hard as he did. Still, I kind of expected Longbow Ulan to be about as easy as Metis was. I didn't expect Ulan would be terribly difficult now that the other two were gone. Didn't expect her to pull out a sword and shield though. And that surprised the shit out of me. I did not know she had the ability to firestorm me. So it turned out Longbow Ulan was no joke. She's got a lot of ways to kill you. Alright, now that those three Black Phantoms were gone, because they were named, I knew they wouldn't respawn. And since I had 74,000 in souls, I thought before going any further, I may as well just walk back to the Nexus and get myself another level up before proceeding any further.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might...
Given Alfred the Tower Knight had almost killed me with a single blow, I decided to add a little bit of extra vitality. I didn't really think there were any enemies beyond those three Black Phantoms to really worry about. I knew there was a Red-Eye Knight around one of the doors there or something, and I knew I had to get past the Dragon's Fire as well, and I also knew there was a Black Phantom version of Ostrava coming up, but I didn't think any of those enemies would be as tough as those three Black Phantoms, so I really wasn't worried. I just thought a little extra vitality against old King Allant wouldn't hurt really, but yeah. I really wasn't worried about any enemy from this point forward, apart from maybe this Red-Eye Knight that was about to come out, that I knew was near this door somewhere, or just behind this door. And bam, look at my health. Again, close call. And yes, I was right to be worried about this Red-Eye Knight. I just didn't realize he was going to be able to hit so hard. And to be honest, it was right there that I thought, I'm actually going to do this. The whole way through, no deaths. I didn't think I'd even get past the gates of Boletaria without a death. And yet, here I was. So that was a pretty cool feeling. And damn, one kick from that dude, and I realized everything in this area hits really hard. Like, I don't know, twice as hard as everyone anywhere else. These are the things you don't learn when you run through in your first playthrough as a magic user, destroying everything from range. And I didn't realize there was another Red-Eye Knight, so at this point I thought, shit, I'm running outside. I need to get this guy outside so that I can get behind him. After how the last Red-Eye Knight almost killed me, I wasn't taking any chances fighting that dude inside there. Gotta say though, I love these enemies. They're so damn cool. Their moveset, the way they look, the sounds they make, their grunts. They're so angry. They're so dangerous. I really love these enemies. Time for a flame resistance ring just in case. And I didn't really want to run until that first fat official that I could see was dead from Dragon Flame. I figured if anything was going to stop my run right now, it would be that fat bastard over there. So I wanted him to die before I even attempted to run across here. I don't know if I was lucky that fat official, the second fat official, was rubbing his stomach instead of taking a shot at me, but I was pretty happy he was. That was me rolling away like a crazy man because I didn't know what was happening, whether the dragon could fry me there or whether there was an enemy there, or I just heard a lot of noise and heard the dragon and thought, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I just didn't remember. The dragon doesn't fry that part. Obviously, I didn't need to open that, but just as part of completing as much of the game as possible, I had to do it. Didn't need to go and get those items though. I thought if I did go to get those items, the dragon might go back to that area and fry it, so I thought I'll just leave them for safety's sake. But yeah, I still don't know if the dragon would go back there or not, if you can just get those items once the dragons move to here. I thought I could get these items though. Thought better about that final item. I thought, yeah, I don't know if that dragon can kill me with that fire, and I'm not going to risk it. I knew Ostrava was going to turn up here as a Black Phantom, and since Bjor was down there taking the heat from the dragon, I actually wondered if I could lure Ostrava down and get him killed by the dragon's flame, or maybe get him killed by Bjor and save me from having to risk death fighting him. I didn't remember how hard it was going to be to fight him, but I assumed it wouldn't be too bad. But after the other 3 Black Phantoms, I did think he would still be a bit of a challenge, and it would be better just to get him killed without me having to do anything. But he was too smart. He knew not to go down near the flames. But I still wanted to keep trying. And I was hoping Bjor might latch onto him because Bjor was right behind me. Thinking maybe Bjor will fight him for me like he did the Penetrator. But no, Ostrava just wouldn't go down there. And then suddenly I saw him. There's Bjor right next to me. And yep, he latched onto him. So he started to help me. So that was great because that's what I was trying to do. And in turn, Ostrava focused on him, enabling me to easily get to his back. So this was great. And it was Bjor that delivered the final blow. I absolutely loved that, but I wasn't expecting that. So I had to get the hell out of there. But then I started thinking, would it be possible to get Bjor to follow me up to Old King Allant? And could I get Bjor to kill Old King Allant as well? That would have been hilarious. I decided to try. And he fired a random crossbow, and I thought, is he firing at me? Has he turned on me all of a sudden? I don't know what he's doing. He's just firing his crossbow randomly at the stairs. Maybe he was firing at the dragon because the dragon's just above us. And it just looks like he's firing at the stairs, but he's actually trying to fire at the dragon. I don't know. But no matter how close to him I got, he didn't change his angle towards me, nor did he want to follow me. So yeah, I think he was firing at the dragon and it just looked weird. Though I did wonder if I had been using ranged weapons and could have killed the dragon with a bow, would he have then followed me? And could I have taken him up to Old King Allant? I doubt it, but I do wonder if anybody's tried. That would be hilarious if you could have Old King Allant killed by Bjor. It'd make Bjor the hero of the story. He kills the Penetrator, he kills Old King Allant, he takes out Black Phantom, Ostrava. Yeah, that would be awesome if you could get Bjor to do all of that. But yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't think that can happen. It's just a nice thought. So anyway, I have actually made it finally to Old King Allant, second last boss in the game, with no deaths. In my first playthrough, I no damaged him with melee. I did use a little bit of magic on him to finish him off, but mostly just melee, so I wasn't really concerned about fighting him at all. I thought this was going to be easier than most of the fights that I'd had to do to get here. But he's not the final boss. There is another boss after him. So I think, given this is already over 20 minutes, the last two bosses of the game will fit together nicely to create the final part in this series. So thanks for watching, and we'll take on Old King Allant in part 32, the final part. I'll see you there.